Hey man, first, you said that you went in there, you had some injuries, some banged up things. Can you kind of detail a little bit more of what you were dealing with, and was calling off the fight even an option?
Yeah, before I was training, like it was mid-June, around like June 10th. I hurt my hip really, really, really bad, like to the point that, I couldn't even walk. I'm like, I already pulled out for one fight in April from fractured elbow. I'm not gonna back this down. I called my doctor. I called the UFC. I'm like, I'm in really pain. I'm in serious pain, but I'm not gonna pull out. Give me options. Let me go see a doctor. I went to the UFC doctor. Helped me stretch, ice, stretch. I took at least a week off to stretch my hip. I'm speechless. I want to thank God so much that He gave me the power that I did it again. It was an honor for me to not back down and do my thing, what I love to do, and I came and I performed. I tried my best. I know I didn't finish, but I wish I finished him.
You hit him with some strikes. You almost had him in a guillotine as well. Talk about that guillotine choke. He was squirming all over the place. Was it close?
Very close. He's a crafty veteran. I'm gonna give up to him. I know it was gonna be a tough fight. Jorgensen, it's always a gamer. It's always an honor fighting good guys, good name guys. The guillotine, a couple of times was really, really close, and it was kind of slippery too. His head, I think he had a gel in his head. It was kind of. I'm not gonna sit here and say he had gel on it, but it was kind of slippery. So but whatever.
Scrambles with Jorgensen are generally something you need to win a decision. Was this the fight that you expected from Scott, kind of all over the place?
Oh yeah, Scott is, like I said, he's a crafty veteran. He's a top-notch guy. He's a tough guy, no doubt. But came out here and fought. That was the main plan, to be, entertain the fans. Try to get a finish. I didn't get the finish, but I'm working on it.
What does this win say about you, Manny? Jorgensen didn't have the run that he wanted to at 125, but he's a former title contender at 35. Was this still a dangerous Scott Jorgensen, you thought?
Of course he is. He's a crafty veteran, like I said. He's well-rounded fighter. He can wrestle, he can do jiu-jitsu, and he can strike. He's got heavy hands, and he's got a lot of experience in the cage. A lot of people, they might be a good fighters, but if you don't have experience in the cage, that's gonna affect you in the long run. So I knew it was gonna be a tough fight. I expect a tough fight. I expect a war, and I put a lot of hardcore dedication in my work, and it paid off.
What's next?
Whatever Dana White wants. I stopped calling people out because looks like I don't get what I call out. So when I call people out, I feel like I don't get it. So whatever they want. Right now, it's big news for me. I'm gonna take the whole year off. This whole 2015. I'll be 15 now. 2015 because I'm getting married November. So November 7th is my wedding. I'm gonna try to take off. Do a lot of what I had to do, and hopefully come back beginning of February.
Power looked to be the difference tonight in the fight. Talk to me about your nutrition with Mike Dolce and your power and strength and conditioning training.
He's the man. He's the man. Like I said, I never thought I could make 135. To start out with, I never thought I could make 55. And I did it. And I never thought I can make 45. And I did it. I made 35. They say never. Would I ever do 125 one day? Maybe. I don't know. Once you have Mike Dolce in your camp, in your nutritionist, and he knows he's the man. Love that guy. Respect. He puts hours and dedication with me. I'm a big guy. I don't have anything to hide from you guys. I started my camp from 174. I cut 39 pounds in 8 weeks. It's a big cut, and at 174, I have a picture on Instagram at Manny Gamburyan. When I flex, I have six-pack, and I called Dolce. I'm like, am I gonna able to do this? 39 pounds. I'm in shape. Some fighters, they fought like that. They think they're in good shape.
So now for you, it's a lifestyle change. It's just there's no more cutting weight. It's just staying at that the whole time.
I usually don't go up, but when I hurt my elbow, April fight against I think it was Aljamain Sterling, and I couldn't fight. I was in so much pain. I pulled out the fight. The one thing I hate, pulling out fights, but we're in a business that we're hurt, and I'm getting older, so I'm 34 and I can't risk anything else. I've been in this sport for so many years. It's gonna be 9 years when I'm in the UFC this January, so I can't take any big risks. So, but as I say, I'm always proud of myself. Every time I step in that cage, I feel like I'm reborn again. Every time I make that weight, a 135, I feel like I did it again. I did it again.
You've had Gokor Chavincian and Gene LeBell in your history forever. Now, is it possible, as long as you've been with them and known those guys, to ever learn everything it is they could teach? Because, I mean, they're masters for years.
It's been almost, this October it will be 24 years that I'm training and fighting. I started with Gokor Chavincian in 1991, October, and Gene was around. They were both young, and I was young too. I was 10 years old. I was a hard worker. I put in a lot of hours from a young age. Is my body getting older? Yes, I'm getting older, but I'm getting smarter at the same time. That's the main part. If I'm getting older and not watching what I eat and not what like partying and drinking and doing other stuff that I'm not supposed to, I haven't done that for so many years. So I've never been a bad boy. So I always constantly try to improve, even with Gokor, Gene LeBell, or other places. I always train with a lot of other guys too and try to improve my game, because I feel like I can be a well-rounded fighter, which is I am a well-rounded fighter, but I mean every little thing matters for me. I love learning from everywhere, even a kid, even from all my friends, and they don't even have to be a fighter. I try to learn as much as I can every single day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Manny.